mistakes I made. I don't wanna be perfect. Now you say, Mama, take me to church. I gotta see just how wrong I am. All of this being perfect can't be worth it. And I know your heart is beating a little slower now. Your chest ain't what it used to be. It's a cave a little colder now. And I've known you now since we were 18. And your eyes don't shine so bright. So they painted a dream on you. They wanted you to sign it. Darling, if there's a place for us, we'll find it. Here's a tape I made. Follows all the mistakes I made. We could drive around, you could try it. Your hair's that golden storm that Cohen talked about. Your hands, they guided me when my soul found all its doubt. And I know you now that we're 23. We just don't have the light. Your hair's that golden storm that Cohen talked about. Your hands, they guided me when my soul found all its doubt. And I miss you now that we're 23. I think we might have lost our fight.
So that's a song called Perfect from Ethan Hanna, who joins me now in the studio. Ethan, how are you, sir?
Not too bad, how are you?
Very well, thank you. So tell us about the song Perfect. What's the story behind that?
Perfect's probably one of the older ones on the album. Story behind it, it actually started with only being half of another song that I couldn't finish, and I combined it with half of a different song, which sort of combined into the full thing. I think it's pretty clear if you listen to it, sort of what it's about, just more of a companionship thing. Not quite a love song, not quite a lost song, somewhere in the middle, I think.
Excellent. So it's just one of many songs on the new album, which is called Welcome to the Badlands.
Yeah.
Interesting story behind that. Where did the title come from?
The title, well, the word Badlands isn't really a word, I guess. There is a reason I came up with that word, but it probably takes too long to explain. Generally to me though, the term Badlands just sort of represents, I guess, different places or a place where, well, places that were maybe important growing up, or places that you carry with you sort of even when you leave them, sort of thing. And I guess all the songs, in a way, hone back into that.
So how long did it take then to get the album together?
I had the original idea for it in about 2014, I think. And there were a few attempts, but mostly just really rough demos that didn't really go very many places. It was only sort of this year where Daniel from Tim Manhart sort of just pulled me up and he was like, we're going to make this happen eventually. So I guess it's been 4 years since its inception, but really when we started it was only a few months to actually get it done.
So you've got the big launch gig coming up soon, haven't you?
Yeah, 6th of October in the Pavilion. It'll be me with a full band, so first time I'll be playing with a full band in a really long time, so I'm excited for that. And we'll have Sonia Slater and John Andrews, who are both two of my favourite artists from here, supporting it, so it'll be Yeah, I think something creative at least. Music started with more of just I wanted to play guitar, and then after a few years of getting good at that, but then sort of plateauing and not getting any better, I found the words a little bit more interesting. So the songwriting came out, and after sort of a couple of years of doing that, just sitting in the bedroom, I figured maybe play them live sometime, and that just hasn't seemed to stop yet.
So what kind of things inspire you when you're writing?
Honestly, literally everything. I have hundreds and hundreds of like notes in my phone just from things I'll have seen or heard, and sometimes you go back to them and they don't really make sense because you don't know what you were thinking of or looking at the time you saw them. But anything, just conversations I hear with people, like things you could see out in a walk. I mean, other music or other movies or anything like that can always spark something.
What about the music scene here in Belfast at the minute? How do you find it?
I think, don't get me wrong, there are definitely a few sort of creative collectives that I've seen recently that are quite inspiring to be around. On the whole, I think it's still fairly difficult to break through in any way. For example, the singles we've released already or are releasing, we're getting really decent play in sort of other countries and other cities. Lots of social media posts about them, but still seems to be a little bit hard to crack just here.
And how difficult is it to get an album out there at the minute?
Well, I mean, it depends how you look at it. It's not difficult to make it available, which is probably a lot easier now than it was a while ago. You know, it can be on Spotify, or you can put it on YouTube even if you want. The trick seems to be getting people to engage with it. So it's just about trying to make your social media posts engaging, or doing little other video projects or anything you can to make it seem more interesting.
Okay, if people want to find out more information about you, how do they do that?
Pretty much any social media platform you want to have a go at, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, it's pretty much put a /Ethan Hanna at the end of the address, and you will find it there. There's some demos and covers on SoundCloud if you want to have a quick listen to stuff other than what's already been released before the album comes out. So sure. It's out there.
Okay, you're going to do one more before you go. What are you going to do this time?
I think this will be the second single we're releasing. It's called Proud.
And is there a story behind this?
Yes. Proud, I think, it's not the most candid title. Proud is a song, I think, where you realise the people that have made you who you are, even if you hadn't always thought that was the case. And one day you sort of discover that you're maybe not as close to those people or reliant on them, but there's still a part of them there. And I think it's just about trying to honour those people in a way.
Great. Well, Ethan, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
You.
Cheers.
So here we go with Proud. Here is Ethan Hanna.
There's a playground handhold on a Polaroid sunset. Your eyes on mine now. Never forget. American Badlands, the Silver City sun slip. All along the boardwalk, fall down but won't quit. Gotta make mama smile, get that to feel anything for himself. Proud's a word that's gotta come from deep in your chest. Spring whispers summer, and I can smell its air. She tried to give me my heartache back, thinks I don't care. You gotta make mama smile, get dad to feel anything for himself. Proud's a word that's gotta come from deep in your chest. And we take our dreams down to the river and wash them out. Try and see them a little clearer, darling. Ooh.